Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Fish Stuff and Things. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking about my new fish, and I'm going to be putting him in this tank. So first, let's see the new fish. He's a little bit hard to see. He's down here in this corner. I just caught him today at the lake. These plants here I'm also going to be adding to the tank. I need to do some rescaping on this tank. Some of the plants kind of got moved around when I was doing a water change because I just dumped a bunch of water in there and some of the plants got uprooted. But you can see that dead stem right here, that there, is from one of the pennywort plants that is now floating. Hey buddy, that little bright up here, but now it's floating up there. So I'll have to replant that, find a place for it, and then maybe plant all of these new plants. I have no idea what some of them are. Let's come down here and take a closer look at him. There's the fish. He's a green sunfish. So I have no idea what type of plant these are. They kind of remind me of crypts in a way. I don't know if that's what they are. But I had some last year that I put in my tank and they melted back and then started growing again, just like crypts do when you replant them. So if this is some weird type of crypt, let me know. If anyone knows what this plant is, I would really like to know. But yeah, because I have no idea what it is. It just grows in my lake. There's all kinds, it's everywhere in the lake. And yeah. And then this plant here, I found a teeny tiny bit of hornwort left in the lake, which I originally wanted to get because it grows really fast. So anyway, I will put these plants, well first of all I will rearrange this tank and try to put some of those plants in there. I don't know if my substrate up in the front is going to be deep enough for them. I don't really have a spot for them, but you know what? They're free. They grow wild in the lake, so why not take some home? That's my opinion. So I'll replant these and I'll see what I can do with these new plants, and I'll see you when that happens. Alright, I put all the new plants in the tank. For you that was a second, for me it was about 20 minutes, maybe more. My estimate is about 20 to 30 minutes. As you can see, these brown plants here are all the new plants. So I have the ones that are up here in front of the flower pots. There's a little tiny one who's like right here. And then there I put the taller ones in the back. They're a little hard to see. The camera kind of likes to make everything too bright, but there's a few right here and there's a tall one in the back, and then I put one in front of each flower pot so this new green sunfish can hide in the flower pot and feel a little safe. And yeah, the new plants definitely contrast with the bright green anacarus and their green pennywort, but you know, it's okay. It looks very natural. And I think what's important is that the fish will really like it, even if, you know, it's not that aesthetically pleasing to the human eye. The fish, especially if these plants grow in and they really fill in, the fish will really enjoy it. These plants might end up dying off. I have no idea. They might be really touchy plants. But we'll see. The next thing that you're going to be seeing is me putting the green sunfish in the tank. Okay, I lied. The sunfish isn't in the tank yet, but I took the bass out. He is now... There we go, that's where he is. He's going to be spending some time in there. Now, the reason I put him in the breeder box instead of just simply dumping the sunfish into the tank and, you know, letting them exist together is because that bass is used to eating in this tank. You know, he's used to eating in a captive environment. He knows that, like, pellets are food and freeze-dried shrimp are food. So as soon as that stuff hits the water, assuming he sees it as soon as it hits the water, he will eat it. Now the sunfish has no idea what food is. I mean, he knows what food is. He knows that a smaller creature, a smaller fish, a tiny crayfish, something like that, is food, but he doesn't know that that orange pellet floating on the water is food. So I wanted to take the bass out and put the green sunfish in all by himself so he could get accustomed to the tank and get used to eating without the bass starving out the green sunfish. Catching the bass was not easy, but it could have gone worse. The tank is still in, you know, okay shape. It didn't get ripped to pieces. So, okay, the next thing you will see is literally the green sunfish in the tank. Okay, he's in the tank and he's gonna ruin all my plants. He is super freaked out. Wow. So, alright, this is probably gonna be the final update for a while on this tank. The next update you're probably gonna see is when the bass goes back into the tank with the green sunfish. I mean, you might see a couple of videos here like, oh, hey, look it, he's eating, or oh, hey, he did this cool thing, or something like that. Let's check him out again. He looks really good. He's kind of stressed out, probably a bit more than kinda. But he's beautiful, look at him. He looked a bit better in the sunlight, but I think once he gets accustomed to the tank, he will look a lot better. I'm curious as to what that dark spot on the front of his mouth is. I don't know if that's some kind of a coloration or what that is. Hopefully it's not some kind of a fungus or something, because I just threw him in the tank and I didn't quarantine him. You know, you should quarantine your fish, but I don't have a quarantine tank at the moment. If this beta wasn't in this tank, this would be the quarantine tank for that guy. But, you know, there we go. Green sunfish. Absolutely beautiful.